Christmas is dumb. Yeah, I said it. Christmas is dumb. I don't even know why anybody celebrates it the way that we celebrate it. Most people only celebrate it because they grew up celebrating Christmas and have absolutely no idea why they celebrate it in the first place. Or people celebrate it because it's Jesus' birthday. But anybody with half a brain or ChatGPT or a simple Google search knows that that fact isn't true. It's not Jesus' birthday, but we celebrate it anyway. Imagine your kids celebrating your birthday every year, 8 to 9 months after your actual birthday. I mean, every single year. Now, I'm not saying I know Jesus' birthday, but I'm just trying to make a point here. This holiday is absolutely pointless. But before you click off and call me a Bible thumper, listen, okay? I'm not talking about your beliefs. I'm not coming for your faith. I'm not coming for your grandma's traditions either. Well, maybe I'm a little bit. I'm coming for the part where we act like it's normal to go broke on purpose every single December. Because that's what we do. We voluntarily enter a season where logic leaves the body, our emotions start spending all of our money every single year.
You better go hide those credit cards while you can, because in consumer news this morning, the holiday shopping season kicking off today.
Now, Todd, you said hide your credit cards. You know your girls already have yours auto-saved.
They do.
So there's no hiding it.
The same people who say, oh, I can't afford to invest in myself. Oh, I can't afford to start this business. I can't start my podcast. I can't afford a coach. I can't afford to save any money right now because all these other reasons that have nothing to do with any other fact other than the fact that we turn around and spend $1,000 on gifts for people who won't even remember who bought the gift for them by March. And we call it holiday spirit. No. That's not spirit. That's financial sabotage with a jingle on top with cool songs. So today I'm making a case for canceling Christmas financially. Okay? Not canceling love, not canceling family gatherings. Not canceling memories, of course, but canceling the debt, canceling the pressure and frustration that comes along with getting the perfect gift, canceling the emotional money trap. Stay with me for a minute. Here's the reason we stay broke. Chapter 1. Emotion over logic. You ever notice how the holidays override your brain? Like, you can be extremely disciplined January through October. But when the holidays come, all of a sudden you're like, man, forget the budget. Forget the goals that I have. Forget my credit. Let's just throw the credit away. Forget my savings. Why? Because the holidays are not built on logic. They're built on emotion. And emotion is expensive. The whole season is engineered to make you feel guilty if you don't buy something nice, ashamed if you don't buy something big, inadequate if you don't show out, or it's designed to make you feel like you're a terrible parent if your kids don't get a pile of gifts under the tree. The pressures from your spouse expecting something huge. And listen, instead of asking what makes sense, we ask, how will I look? And that one switch, that's how people stay poor. Christmas season is basically peer pressure for adults. You know what's crazy though? We don't even spend based on what people need. We spend based on what we think love looks like. But love is not a receipt. Love isn't a gift. If you have to go into debt to prove you love someone, you're not proving love. You're proving that you've been trained. Now let's get into the numbers. Chapter 2, the stats that should make you mad. Let's talk numbers. Because if the numbers don't wake you up, nothing will. Let's talk about the average spending on gifts. This is like the average spending. A 2025 holiday poll says Americans expect to spend about $1,007 on holiday gifts this year. That's just gifts, not travel, not food, not ugly sweaters, decorations, or matching pajamas. None of that stuff. NerdWallet actually says that Americans will spend about $553 billion this holiday season, about $242 billion on gifts and $311 billion on travel. That's a billion. with a B. That's not a holiday. That's a whole economic infrastructure right there.
Shoppers fighting over garments at this Victoria's Secret in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Deep discounts triggering a free-for-all. Bargain hunters at this Georgia Walmart wrestling over pots and pans. The commotion veering out of control at an Alabama mall. Shoppers scrambling for safety as gunfire rings out.
The rush in Macy's Herald Square starting even before Thanksgiving dinner was on the table. And today, the steady stream of shoppers flooding into stores not letting up.
Now, why didn't you just shop online? Why go through the hassle of this?
Because I like seeing it in person and trying it on.
This is the craziest part, though, about the whole thing. Nearly half of y'all expect to go into debt. Think about this for a minute. I saw this article on Journal of Accountancy on their website. They did a poll and found that 47% of adults expect to go into debt for holiday gifts, travel, or both. And that's again on the Journal of Accountancy. Let me say that again. Almost half the country is planning to go into debt like it's tradition. TransUnion says that 42% of shoppers plan to use credit cards, specifically around Thanksgiving through Cyber Monday, which is actually up from last year, which is wild because we're losing jobs by the tens of thousands. There are looming conversations around economic collapses and going into a recession. And a growing chunk of these people are using buy now, pay later. So now you're carrying Christmas into the spring. Do you even know that? People are still paying off last year's Christmas for this year's Christmas. Yahoo Finance says 36% of people are still carrying balances from 2024 holiday shopping. How do you ever expect to get ahead when you're carrying a balance from last year and you're already expected to carry more into the next year? Pause for a minute. Just let that sink in for a minute. So when someone says, oh, Christmas is about giving, cool. But why is giving attached to debt? And why is generosity attached to some sort of financial damage or trauma that we're going through? That's not giving. That's what you call getting played. All right, so how the heck did we even get here? Chapter 3. How did Christmas become retail robbery? Let's get into the origin. Because people think that for some reason they have a moral obligation to partake in this day. Nah. Surprise. This version of Christmas that people celebrate was built by retailers. Before Christmas became the retail circus that we know today, it was actually like a quiet, simple, community-centered tradition for hundreds of years. Like Christmas wasn't about buying anything. It was about gathering, resting, cooking, reflecting, and spending time together as a community, as a village, or like as a family. There were no Black Fridays, no wish lists, no month-long shopping sprees. In fact, gift giving wasn't even the centerpiece of the event. Most gifts were handmade, like symbolic or practical, things like food or candles or, small crafts or items meant to strengthen relationships, not drain bank accounts. Christmas was about presents, not presents. But once businesses realized that the season of giving could be turned into a season of buying, everything changed. What started out as meaningful tradition slowly became the biggest commercial opportunity of the year. And that's when the retail takeover began. So Christmas gift ads started showing up in America around the 1820s. And by the 1840s, Santa was being used to endorse the products. So basically, businesses saw Christmas and said, yeah, we can monetize that joint. That's how businesses looked at it. So it became something. So moving into the mid to late 1800s, the industrial industry, so industrialization, created cheap, mass-produced goods, right? They started making trinkets and small things that could be mass-produced. Department stores started popping up these big, giant window displays of like the celebration, and city shopping became somewhat of an event, right? Christmas shopping boomed in the 1800s because stores made it irresistible. The only reason Christmas became a shopping holiday is because stores needed a winter sales engine. Period. There's not much else to the story. And another thing, originally, Santa was like a stern moral figure, like a retail culture turned him into this jolly, endless gift-giving mascot that comes down your chimney because that symbol sells consumption. Then Coca-Cola supercharged it. So in 1931, Coca-Cola hired illustrator Haddon Sundblom, and he pushed the modern, warm, red suited Santa look in ads. And Coca-Cola didn't invent Santa, but he cemented the commercial Santa as the face of buying. Coca-Cola, that wasn't some faith-based organization or a nonprofit that was aimed at bringing families together. It was a soda company that wanted to sell more soda. So when you feel that Christmas pressure, understand that pressure was a business blueprint that Coca-Cola had supercharged. The season is designed to be a sales machine. It has nothing to do with family, not from the people who really pushed it. Now let's get into the worst part of the whole video that we're making. Chapter 4, the holiday debt hangover. Here's what nobody talks about. Christmas doesn't just hurt you in December. It hurts January through June, July, because Christmas debt creates a chain reaction. January, you start the year behind because you're in debt from Christmas. February, you're paying it off, but then we got Valentine's Day, which is a whole nother video for a whole nother day, another dumb holiday that wants your money, okay? So you got to prove your love in February. March, April, it's time to go get the eggs and the bunnies and the colorful suits mixed with the summertime financial spend, which you don't have since you're still paying for Christmas 4 months ago. And then May, we got Mother's Day. Now, you should still celebrate Mother's Day. Go blow that bag on Mother's Day. Mom deserves it, okay? But in June, we got Father's Day that nobody cares about. Then we got back to school. We got the back to school rush. Before you know it, it's time to start breaking out the turkeys and gear up to do it all over again for Christmas. And that's why people's New Year, New Me dies by February. It's not that you're lazy. You're broke from December. And what makes things worse, you don't even remember what you bought or who you bought it for. The only thing you remember is what you have to pay on that credit card this month. Most gifts are forgotten in weeks, but the payments last for months. So you're financing a feeling that expires, actually. The feeling fades. Let's create separation real quick between two very important things. Chapter 5, tradition versus traps. Let's separate the two things. Tradition, connection. Traps, performance. Christmas tradition, family time, food, memories, laughter. Cool.
Where your Christmas spirit at? Come on.
With a Christmas trap, though, it's pressure to show out, pressure to compete, to impress everybody else, to overbuy. Your kids don't remember the price of what you spent. They don't even care about the gift. Listen, they remember the vibe. Nobody in your family grows up and says, man, my mom really loved me because she spent $1,400 and went into debt for Christmas. No, they say my mom was present. My dad was consistent. We had fun. The trap is when we confuse spending with love. And that confusion keeps households poor and creates generations of poverty. Now, what do? Chapter 6, how to cancel Christmas financially without being kicked out of the family. I know you're watching this video, you're like, I gotta say something, but it's gonna be tough. Well, here's the play. Number 1, a zero guilt announcement. Here's how it looks. Hey y'all, we're not doing big gifts this year. We're focusing on time and financial peace. If somebody's mad, that's just their conditioning talking. Number 2, do a cash only December. No credit cards, no buy here, pay later, buy now, pay later. If you can't buy it twice with cash, don't buy it, period. Set your budget. Number 3, just cap the whole thing, not per person, cap the whole thing. Not saying I'm gonna spend this amount on this person, this amount on that person. We are going to cap the whole amount. We're spending $300 total this year. That's it, divided amongst all my loved ones. Number 4, experiences over objects. Having dinner together, game night, movie marathon, a small trip. Let's create a photo book, letters, a family challenge. Those are memories, not clutter. Number 5, my all-time favorite, blame it on your new faith. Okay, there's tons of evidence that support the religious origins of Christmas and how it actually isn't a Christian holiday at all. But when I announced it to my family, they didn't condemn me for it. They didn't condemn me for my faith. I just said, don't get me anything because I'm not going to get you anything because I don't want to celebrate this because I'm trying to grow spiritually. And they respected it and didn't make me feel like an outcast at dinner. Yes, I still got the benefit of dinner. Quick story. One year, a close friend of mine texted me the infamous Merry Christmas text, which you're going to get bombarded with, right? I replied back, I don't celebrate Christmas. He replied back, me neither. So why did you? Never mind. Anyway, instead of a spending month, December is when entrepreneurs should be setting 2026 targets, stacking cash, building marketing plans, cleaning up your credit, paying down debt, preparing for Q1. Call it what it is. December is build month. You feel me? So yeah, Christmas is dumb financially the way we do it, especially not because of belief, not because of any sort of faith-based conversation, but it's just the behavior that we can't even really explain. A holiday that requires debt to participate is not a holiday, it's a trap. So this year, let's cancel the pressure, cancel the debt, cancel the emotional spending. Now let's keep the love, let's keep the memories, let's keep the family, and let's walk into January free, family, not fighting last month. All right, I know y'all. Share this with somebody. Hey, if you are with me, casually share it with somebody that you know you normally spend some money with or a family member and say, yo, this is where I'm at right now. Y'all can't blame me for wanting to be financially responsible. It's not that I love you any less, but if I have to show you through gifts that I love you, do you really love me? All right, y'all, we out.